Good evening, guys. How are you all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin evening wrap up. So we will go straight over to those charts. So 4 hour time frame, you can see we have we basically starting to make our way back into this zone here, into this zone above 9,200 and below 9,400, which is obviously good. It's good that we've regained this level because obviously we got all the way down to 9,000. So yeah, it's good we reclaimed this level. Obviously we got the 4 hour 9, which as of trading above, we've then proceeded to make a bit of a move higher up, which is obviously good to see. Yeah, I don't know why I've got a line there. I think I've obviously messed some of my things up a little bit here. But where's that even coming from? Oh, actually, that's the larger time frame. Wait, just I don't know what that is. But anyway, yeah. So what we need to do is obviously basically stay above 9,200. That's the name of the game at the moment. Obviously, ideally, we need to make our way back above this 9,500 zone and play out here. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, I know that I do bang on about this a lot, but I mean, this is this move up here in the stock market is clearly coinciding with the move up that we're getting here. So this is where the move in the stock market off its lows is why we're getting this nice move upwards. So, but we will take it. We will take it. It's not a bad thing with following stocks. I mean, we all know stocks are getting held up every way that the Fed can. So every way that they can get propped up. And they've obviously got the leader of the free world wants to prop them up and keep them up as well with his tweets. So it's not a bad thing that we do follow stocks. So yeah, don't do you know what I mean? Don't worry about that. Just be aware of it and keep an eye on it. So yeah, what are we looking at? We are basically looking at regaining this 9,500 level, and then pushing on from there. You guys know it's more. Oh God, it's half yawning whilst I'm talking. You guys know it's quite late here. It's like not far off 11 o'clock at night here, in the UK. But yeah, obviously this morning we did sort of readjust this triangle. It still looks fine. It still looks perfectly reasonable levels wise at the bottom. So yeah, but what it does mean is that we've now got a lot more left of the triangle to play out. So yeah, I mean, make of that what you will. But basically it means we're not necessarily needing to break out of here until mid-July. Mid-July would be a point where it'll be quite likely to make a move. And obviously that's well, it's not too far away. It's not too far. This is the 4 hour chart. It's not like a daily chart or anything. But yeah, it gives us a few more weeks. But it depends what you think the stock markets are going to do, really. Let's have a look. If I looked at this, I would be looking for this really to potentially just make a lower high. But if we don't, we've obviously made a higher low than this level here. So if we do start to make our way above the 786, yeah, it could look really constructive for stock markets. And as we know, they're getting propped up. So maybe this will look really good. Maybe this will look really good for Bitcoin to stay within this triangle. I think it's good we're not making lower lows. Obviously, obviously that goes without saying. We're not making lower lows, so that is great, and we have pretty much got this flat top. So I feel like we are getting squeezed in this formation. It is still touch and go for both the stock market and Bitcoin whilst we're at these levels. We've got to start making progress up. We've got to get Bitcoin's got to get above this 9,500 level and start to consolidate in the zone a bit. Yeah, I mean that's what we're looking at. Let's get these 12 hour stakes up. Yeah, 12 hour stakes still pointing down, as we pretty much would expect. And daily, daily have turned around. That's interesting. Did this trend line did this trend line come off a weekly? Where did this one come from? I'm not quite sure. Obviously, they will get them mixed up. To be honest, I may even delete these all now, and we'll just look at them as we need them on the timelines. But yeah, the 4 hour. Obviously, when I was saying how the 4 hour looked like it didn't only really could go up. I mean, it clearly did push all the way down into this zone first, but yeah, now it's pointing upwards. 8 hours not pointing upwards. Oh, I apologize, guys. I'm just getting these fits of yawns. But yeah, the daily though turning back up is actually good. This is obviously good. So yeah, I'll take some solace out of that fact. And yeah, hopefully we can get some move. Yeah, obviously the problem is, you guys, I've been talking about the problem here is the weekly Stokes. I mean, this potentially gives us a move. Potentially gives us a move down to like 30 or 40% down. So it's just not really something we just want to put our blinkers on really and not think about it. Not really, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's something we definitely got to be aware of. So and obviously, whilst I'm aware stock markets are leading stocks, and stock markets aren't necessarily going to move based on what the weekly Stokes in Bitcoin are saying, yeah, it's definitely something we've got to pay attention to. The daily candle not looking too bad, you can see. It's a doji candle. So taking out the top of this doji candle tomorrow, which is basically about 93.40, pretty much could definitely signal that move back above 9,500, and it could be a pretty sharp move up. We could be getting one of these sorts of scenarios that we got where we do make a move up in either the next day or the day after that. We know how Bitcoin does like to move. I mean, and also stock markets are looking good. So if they do keep their uptrend, I think overall it will be looking okay. I feel like we kind of just been well, I had a nice 4-hour 9 there. I kind of feel like we have been sort of playing out this weekly 9. The TD sequential dictates that you get a 1 to 4 week correction for a 1 to 4 9. So it's a 1 to 4 period on the time frame that you're looking at. So this is literally a 1, 2, 3 candles of basic indecision. So if we start, and so now that's 4 candles. So unless we are going to start a full 9 count to the downside, which looking at weekly Stokes we can't rule out. But if we're not going to do that, we've had our 1, 2, 4 candles potentially with 3 week, as in the candles aren't strong looking candles, but they are also weekly candles. But yeah, so if we do basically take out this sort of level here, which incidentally is just the top of our ascending triangle, then I believe that we will get a nice move up. And then once obviously we take out this 9,500, which is the very top of the wick, all these wicks basically, wick. If we get consolidated price action, if we sit up here for a week and close a weekly candle up in this zone, what we have, guys, is the Bitcoin bull run 2020. And let's stop moving things about. Yeah, so there's not really much else to say really. We have, for the time being, been given a stay of execution within the triangle, within the ascending triangle that we've now redrawn. We didn't make a lower low relative to this, marginally, and we didn't make it lower than any of those. So it could be looking worse. I mean, by this very easily could have taken out this level and then come all the way down to 8,600. Obviously 8,600 is a really important level for us. So at some point we could make our way down here. I wouldn't be surprised at all. And yeah, fair enough, we'll destroy the ascending triangle, but we'll still just be getting a potential accumulation zone here at the highs. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at here. I think it's the heat really. It's really hot here today, and I've been quite busy doing bits and bobs on my computer, so I think just really getting to me at the moment, the heat and the tide, and not sleeping as well because of the heat. But yeah, I mean, this a lot of this is, you kind of just look at this as a game of nines. If we've got the 9 at this resistance, and then we've got this 9 at this support. So if we do start to make a move up into this zone here, I mean, you're got to look at these two 9s, the 4-hour 9s, which are my favorite ones really for trading, that have just proved just amazing basically. So yeah, definitely something to consider there. DMT, how is DMT looking? DMT got us in a nice short trade. We moved down. It's now kind of telling you to get out this trade. it's basically giving you a few take profit levels, but yeah, it's basically telling you to get out, and we are pushing towards the buy line, which is actually only in the 9,300. So it's actually about just under $100 from price action now. So we could be into a nice DMT buy trade here. We also have the Dominator buy trade already. That's already in a small amount of profit, nothing major there. But yeah, this is the DMT and Dominator in action. Nice short there, nice short here, Dominator, short here, DMT. Down we go. Buy here, Dominator, buy here, DMT, up we go. Obviously a bit of a fake out on both of the indicators here, but market didn't move too much relative to the gains. And then obviously we had that period of absolute just disaster for the indicators, although it did get like a few of these good moves with the Dominator. But yeah, so that's the DMT and Dominator looking good. But yeah, not both of them, obviously Dominator on a buy now, and DMT not not looking too far away from one. So yeah, one last look at Bitcoin. So what do I think will happen short term? I mean, potentially we'll test this 9,200 zone, potentially. I would be surprised if we just make a straight move straight back above, but this is Bitcoin. We do make moves like that, so it's fully not, we can't rule it out. So yeah, but I mean, just non-Bitcoin price wise looking at it, I mean, I feel like we could touch this 9,200 level just to test it properly as support, because we broke back above and we haven't tested it too much. And then yeah, form a base here to move back over 9,500, but I don't think that will be the greatest thing for the price out the actual overall outlook of Bitcoin. We do need to get back above this 9,500. To be nice and have a nice margin of safety away from the bottom of this zone, and then just trade out this zone. Even if we just trade sideways like we did for a while before, like here basically, it still will be it's still like here, sorry. It still will be a good level to consolidate at before potentially pushing higher. So yeah, that's all I've really got today. I feel like my brain's a bit frazzled. Yeah, so apologies for the yawning. It must be pretty annoying. But yeah, yeah, I can't help it. I wish I could. I'm starting to compile my crypto list here of no, sorry, not this one. This is just a generic list of a lot of cryptos. I'm starting to compile my altcoin list. Here it is, the top one, altcoin list of some altcoins that I'm looking at. So I think that video will be potentially starting tomorrow, if not definitely the weekend, 100% the weekend. I'll be getting all my new office. Well, I'll be potentially moving. I'll be getting my office sorted next week. As to whether I move all my computers and everything over there straight away, I mean, I might try and get the other office set up first, and then move my screens over and move my setup over. So yeah, I've got that to look forward to. Yeah, so that's it really. I feel like I feel like I've really really brain frazzled today, but yeah, so 9,500 we've got to regain. If we do hang around here, it won't look good for Bitcoin, even where we've redrawn. I mean, it's like when we're at the top. If we look at the macro very quickly, if we look at the macro, all this price action consolidating at this high is particularly bullish, because you see previous times we've reached this macro trend line, it's only really been wicks up here, so it is bullish. So what I want to say is that if we don't regain 9,500 level, and we are basically getting a lot of price action consolidating at the low end of this formation, in much the same way that all the larger time frame consolidation at the high is very bullish, this will start to look very bearish. And not that means it's necessarily going to have to turn the macro trend, and not that we're going to get this 30-40% dump based on the weekly Stokes right now, but I think we will come down, and at least if we hang around here and don't convincingly get above this support, this resistance, and turn it into support, I think we will get down to this level here, and then we'll be sort of trading in sort of a box range, and we've got to hold this level really. Otherwise, then we do start to be in trouble, looking for levels looking for basically this level and this level, which are the next levels on the macro. And then, I mean, we don't even want to think about breaking these. We'll just have to start trading something else. Anyway, so yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for listening. Remember, this is not definitely not a financial advice today. I'm not a financial advisor. Yeah, the crypto is coming. The crypto videos are coming. I've got some interesting altcoin picks that I've been looking at. And yeah, I will speak to you guys tomorrow.